Well, I have just been pleasantly distracted from my work with this. I just opened up Illustrator and I see this concept to vector tool that they've just launched. Turn a sketch or low-res image into an editable vector. This sounds amazing because I have a book full of sketches of cartoons and other work that I have never had time and always wanted to produce clean, ready-to-use vector artwork from. So I'm going to give this a try, and wow, I hope it's as good as what they're demonstrating here, because 9 times out of 10, you try one of these tools and there's always like a glitch that doesn't make it work nicely. And you've got to put 10 times the work in to get it right. So you may as well have just started from scratch. Anyway, let's give it a shot. All right, so let's hope it shows me how to do it. I'm going to click try now. Transform images or rough sketches into refined vectors you can edit. Start. Let's check out this tutorial. Add a preset or custom prompt. Choose a preset prompt you can customize or type your own prompt. So imagine we just have to have an image selected and then the prompt box will appear. Match vector to image. Control how closely the vector matches the reference image by adjusting the slider. Cool. Tap generate to turn your concept into vector art you can edit and scale. Cool. Start using partner models. Select OK to use all partner models for diverse styles from top providers. Okay, let's give it a try. Partner models not created by Adobe, no worries. Well, I haven't typed a prompt, so I don't know what it's doing, but currently the alien is selected. Let's see what it does. How long it takes. Boring. I'm waiting. Got the spinning wheel of death happening. Oh. This is not what I expected, but okay. Am I happy with that? Look, it's pretty clean. Let's check out the vector line work. Yeah, it's not super clean, but I suppose it is a sketch. There's lots of points in there. But look, I suppose that's something to work with. It's a starting point. Impressive. It sort of saves you a bit of work. I can see that. What about if we did this one? Oh, it's going to take forever. Can I be bothered? Uses 40 credits. What a rip. And I can choose between GPT, Gemini, or Flux. I know I seem to have a tendency to like Gemini's end results. But I'm going to use my images, okay? I've actually got a bunch of sketches that I pulled from my little sketchbook, and I just didn't do much cleaning up in Photoshop, but let's start with this little guy. I also have this little dude here, so let's see what happens to him. And let's try some text, which I sketched out. I want to see if this can potentially work for logos. Like, you sketch out a logo, it looks good in a sketch. Will it produce well in this concept to vector tool? Let's go 6 color. Let's see what happens. Match reference image, less or more. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4 points. Let's go with in the middle. I'm just going to give that a try. Pretty loose sketch. It's my pigeon. Some parts were a little cleaner and refined. Others were really messy. So I believe this was actually done in pencil as well. So the line work was initially very grey. Will it clean up the line work? That's what I'm curious about. Or do I need to supply super clean artwork for this to work well? That's like strangely good in some ways, but really off in others. It's actually a pretty decent starting point. That beak in the middle, I can tweak that. This beak here, it's obviously misinterpreted, which I can produce another eye. The feathers, I mean, I like the curves here. It's replicated things relatively well in terms of the shape, and I like the curves, actually. I'm surprised. All right. There's a few things to refine, but that's a pretty decent starting point. Let's try this guy, which is a lot cleaner. So I'm assuming it'll be able to produce a much cleaner drawing from this one. All right, so it does take a little while. It's not quick. I mean, what can I expect? It would probably take me longer. Interesting. I did like the natural looking organic lines that I had. It's obviously smoothed things out like pretty dramatically. That looks very vector, but I still like my organic kind of line work. It looks more playful, my original, so I'm wondering if I can just tweak that, regenerate. Oh gosh, I'm not keen to wait for another generation. Hey, well, there's something. Am I happy with this guy? I don't know. I guess it's vectorized it. I think some things look a little smooth, and yeah, it needs some refining. I think I prefer my original sketch. Whatever. Let's move on to the next one. So if I've drawn some text, and potentially this could be a logo sketch that I've done in my sketchbook, and I don't want to spend time like drawing up the whole thing from scratch in Illustrator, what happens if I generate this? I'm just going to go with 3 color. I'd love it if it includes the gold. Well, that didn't turn out too badly, I've got to say. It didn't turn out too badly at all. I mean, no, it did. It did. It's actually pretty bad because this is not how I would draw it up. But I mean, considering a computer has just created a vector out of my sketch, it's not that bad as an impression. But I would have to spend time refining this as well. Would it be quicker to just do from scratch? Potentially. So, am I pleased or am I not? I don't know. I think it's kind of a good for a first pass, but it's certainly not anything that I can use as an end product. The clearer you draw your sketch on paper, the better result you're going to have. It's still not going to be perfect, but it's going to be a good start. So, yeah, all the best with your illustrations. All the best with producing your vector artwork. I will probably use it again. I think it's a good tool. If you want to see more videos on design or freelancing, feel free to like, subscribe, and follow for a bit more. And thanks for watching.